It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack Podcast. You know, on Saturdays, we play fun music and we feature great information at 993thevine.com with me, Big Rick Stewart, and music from my time at Live 105 and at KFOG. We also mix in some stories that I find kind of interesting, whether it's local music or food or tech or just kind of some cool things I think you ought to know about. It's always lots of fun. Fun music and great information happens every Saturday at 993thevine.com. And the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack Podcast features great information like this. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Cron4.com had this really cool article mentioning the Danville Police Department, and they are warning parents on potential risks before posting back-to-school photos of your kids on social media. You know, you've probably seen these, and I don't know, maybe you've done them, and, you know, just think about it. Like a photo, like, you know, little Big Rick Stewart, first day of elementary school at Woodrow Wilson in, you know, San Pablo, or I don't remember where I went to elementary school. But that would be maybe like not a good thing because it's got your name and the school you go to and stuff like that. And then people who are up to no good on social media can kind of dig in and find out more information and blow all these things. So they're saying, like, you know, kind of maybe pull back on some of the info and don't overshare too much, like certainly not phone numbers and school locations and things like that. So don't do that stuff. And if you have it, maybe take it down and, you know, kind of repost something that might be not quite as detailed information. Some other things about back to school. Maybe your kid is going back to school and it's the first time they've gone to that school. It's the first time you're driving around that neighborhood. So be aware. Kids kind of looking at phones and stuff. Yeah, we know all that happens. So be aware the kids may not know exactly when the crosswalk is open or closed, and bicycle riding and all kinds of things. Drive a little slower, take a little time, and, you know, be familiar with things and be ready for crazy things to happen when kids come darting out between cars on skateboards or scooters or who knows what's going on. Back to school safety, it's a pretty good idea, right? Even on social media. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack at 993thevine.com. Hey, you got a little bit of money and you've always wanted a big ranch, a big bunch of property, and you like Northern California in Mendocino County. Have I got a deal for you? This is from the Robb Report. Actor and country music superstar Kris Kristofferson has placed his Northern California ranch of almost 40 years on the market. This is pretty big. I mean, this is like the real deal here. 557 lush acres, it is described, just outside of Elk in Northern California, and that is west towards the coast from Ukiah. Now, the whole thing dates back to the 1800s. It started as a dairy farm, and it has some of the original structures, including the 2,400 square foot barn that Kristofferson and his wife use as a vacation house. There's a dairy barn, another 1,900 square foot ranch house, place for your horses and all your toys and all kinds of good things. Although it says it needs a little TLC. All right, so take that for what it's worth. It has 300 acres of open pasture, 250 acres of forest land with some old growth redwoods in the mix. It's got a mile of Pacific Ocean frontage property, and it can be yours for $17.2 million. Or I guess maybe best offer. See if you qualify for the loan on that one, and let us know if you pick up Kris Kristofferson's Northern California ranch. Sounds like a cool property. He's just maybe downsizing a little bit. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Fun music and great information right here at 993thevine.com. Hey, Saturday in Wine Country. Hopefully you're out having fun, doing some things, and we got some friends visiting. Okay, that's all good. But I know we're all thinking about Hawaii and Maui and the fires, and the news is just not that good. And I know that there's a lot of different ways to help. And I know of all the ways to help, there's got to be one that speaks to you. One that you just relate to, you connect to the group doing it or the thing or the cause, or maybe you're a supporter of them for many years and you think, all right, this charity that I help out is going to be involved in some of this. And that's all great because I think there'll be people helping for quite a while over in Maui. Something will speak to you. I'm in Las Vegas, and Las Vegas is known as the ninth island because there's such a Hawaiian culture here, and so many people from Hawaii live here. So there's been a lot of fundraising here and donation collections and more. I actually went to a toy store because I thought, well, kids need a distraction from all this news and stuff like that. So I just bought a bunch of toys and gave them to the people that were taking some donations. Here's a couple of groups that maybe you didn't know about that are doing some things. Operation Barbecue Relief. They've been doing things in the Midwest for tornadoes and in the Southeast for the hurricanes and more. They've been doing this for 10 years. They provide essential hot meals to families, first responders, and relief workers. And they get all their barbecue people and they rally around, and they're really good at doing this. And they serve meals not just to the people that are displaced, but to the people that are helping and rebuilding, and the power line crews, and just whoever wants one, and they kind of help them out with that. They are going to end up in Maui doing this. You can find Operation Barbecue Relief .org online, and they've got a GoFundMe. And also Mercy Chefs, mercychefs.com are doing something kind of similar. Find a cause that speaks to you, and maybe donate in waves, and see somebody that's taking donations, if it's money or things or whatever. And thanks for helping out. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Fun music and great information here at 993thevine.com. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Fun music and great information here at 99.3 The Vine. I'm looking forward to all these test reports for the new Corvette, the E-Ray. Because the E-Ray is the electric Corvette. And Chevy and General Motors, they can't drop the ball on this. It has to be amazing. It has to be mind-blowing. Well, it's coming soon. CorvetteBlogger.com says the E-Ray will start the week of October 23rd. So if you've got an order in for one, and you got your order in early, you'll have it by the end of the year. That would be kind of cool. They've also got the Z06 coming and more. Now, they also have announced, this is kind of humorous, a retention program. They're saying this is a vehicle retention program for the 2024 Z06, the high-performance gasoline engine, and the electronic E-Ray. Both are subject to the 6-month no-flip policy. All right, so now if you do flip your Corvette, after you buy it, within 6 months, the new buyer loses the warranty on the vehicle. However, Chevrolet stated that for the E-Ray, the battery warranty of 8 years and 100,000 miles would not be voided if the car was sold earlier than the 6 months. Chevy really doesn't want you to buy these and flip them, even though you probably make a lot of money off of these, because, man, they are some in-demand vehicles, and everybody's looking forward to the E-Ray from Corvette. Can't wait to see when cruising around Napa Valley, right? That'll be awesome. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Fun music and great information here at 993thevine.com. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. We have fun music and great information. I'm kind of tired about reading about San Francisco and everything closing and troubles and problems. How about something opening in San Francisco? Maybe like Union Square. SFStandard.com has a headline, "What could be the biggest restaurant in San Francisco is opening in downtown in September." Chateau Mate. This is a big Peruvian Japanese restaurant, and it's going to be opening on top of Macy's men's store right at Union Square there, the Union Square Macy's. It's pretty awesome. It's going to be opening September 23rd, as reported by Eater SF. Now, this is a chain, but it's not, it's not like a Subway or anything. It's a high-end chain. It launched back in 2013. There's a flagship Chateau Mate in London, and they've also got some locations throughout the United States, Canada, and the Middle East. I went online and I watched some videos of people. Food looks outstandingly fantastic and certainly not traditional in any way. Mixing up these two cultures, Japan and Peru, is kind of a cool idea, and there's everything from would look like some really delicious tacos to, just all kinds of delicious things. So this is a great idea, and it's at the Macy's rooftop in San Francisco Union Square. They're going to be taking reservations starting on September 1st. Can't wait to read the reviews. I'm sure they're all going to be good. Just hope your car doesn't get broken into while you're having this amazing meal. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack here at 99.3thevine.com. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Fun music and great information. How about swimming in the pool at Hearst Castle? Oh my God, you would get in so much trouble if you did that, right? But every time, have you been to Hearst Castle? First of all, you have to go. It's amazing. Although it's been closed for a little bit, but now it's reopened. But when you walk by the pool, all you can do is think about, oh man, I would love to just jump in that pool. And I bet some people do. Now you can. Yes, you can, and it's a fundraiser. KTLA says you can swim in the Neptune pool at Hearst Castle, but not just like hop in. You gotta, well, it's gonna cost you a little bit of money. After a 2-year closure, Hearst Castle has reopened, and if you're a member of the foundation at Hearst Castle, it costs $500. For $1,000, you can go to one of their pool days and their pool events. The first one is happening today, so today's not gonna be in the mix, but they're also gonna do one on August 26th and maybe some more. It's going to cost you $1,000 after you join for $500. The pool is not heated. They say wetsuits are welcome and all ages are welcome. Come on, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, I think, although maybe they'll keep doing this, but it sounds awesome. Foundation at HearstCastle.com for more information. Wow, that's awesome. Ultimate swimming selfie, I think, for this year at least. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack at 993thevine.com. Well, those are some stories that I have featured on the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Tune in at 8 a.m. every Saturday at 993thevine.com. I'm Big Rick Stewart here. Music from my days at Live 105 and KFOG, some current songs, lots of surprises, and more. It's always lots of fun. We have a 10 at 10, a Beatles brunch at noon. It happens all day. The Wine Country Saturday soundtrack and the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack podcast. Tell your friends, and thanks for listening to this podcast, and thanks for checking out 993thevine.com.